I assume by now you guys have probably heard of the game Space Marines 2, which is a Warhammer property. I've never been into Warhammer. I know it's a really cool universe. My brother is pretty obsessed with it. So coming into this game, I didn't really have any expectations because I didn't know anything about the universe itself. All I heard, it was kind of like Helldivers, and I like Helldivers. Well, this game, it's like Helldivers mixed with World War Z, which makes sense because the same company made World War Z, but this game has a very unique aura. It just reminds me of those old 360 games that are just so much fun, which I'm pretty sure is the opinion of a lot of other people. I like parry and just like the gun mixed with melee combat. I've never played something like it before. It's very fun, and it just takes me back to a time where games were just games. You know, you would go to GameStop, Walmart, or maybe your dad picked up a game for you from the pawn shop, and you wouldn't know anything about it, but when you put it in your console, it was just fun. You know, there was just something for you to do. There wasn't ads constant being played or microtransactions that littered the game, which is sentiment a lot of people are expressing nowadays of how games are just no longer games. They're more just ways. The games are the entry into the advertisements, you know? It's like the games are the appetizers for the main course, which is the microtransactions. And as a fan of Call of Duty, I've sadly experienced this a whole lot. I'm not here to talk about Call of Duty. I'm just here to just let you guys know that if you guys haven't played Space Marines, it's really good. A great time with it. I haven't played with my brother yet. I don't know how far I want to get into it before he gets it. I don't know if we're gonna go through the story together or not, but a couple like missions in, and like I said, it's awesome. It's hectic. It's fun. You know, there's intense moments. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, which is always the best. I can't stand playing on easy difficulties because I like my games to be a challenge. Aura of certain games are just off. Like I was playing this particular game, Star Wars Outlaws, and the aura is just, it doesn't feel like Star Wars. It feels so empty. It feels so corporatized, and ah man, I knew it was gonna be bad. I did not pre-order the game. I don't like pre-ordering in general unless I get really cool physical stuff. I did not pick up Outlaws on release, and I didn't even know if I wanted it, to be honest, because I just like seeing everything before the game. Nothing piqued my interest. As a Star Wars fan, that's like sad to say that looking at the trailers and stuff, just nothing seemed cool. I think when I decided to get it was when I think the first gameplay trailer came out and I saw you could fly in space. I just thought that was really cool. They advertised it as an open world game, but it doesn't really feel like it. It just feels very linear. It just feels so safe. Star Wars Outlaws feels like what on paper is a game, but in reality is not a game whatsoever. It doesn't have any soul to it. But on the other hand, Space Marines is just, you know, oozing with the aura. Like old Black Ops 2, when you play Mom with Dead Buried, even Die Rise and Transit, they got that aura. They have that feeling. Even Nuketown Zombies. Kino from Black Ops 1, Call of the Dead. DLCs look so different from the launch maps. Another rant about zombies. I always rant about zombies. I'm just gushing about how good Space Marines is, and it just takes you back to a time where games were fun. And I'm happy to see that because been a bunch of games like that recently, like Black Myth Wukong, Helldivers, Baldur's Gate, the Resident Evil remake, Elden Ring, obviously. I'm just happy to see that there's a kind of a resurgence in games that are good, in games that are just genuinely fun. This is not going to be my game of the year. This is not going to be one of my favorite games of all time. I don't even think it'll make the top 100 because my list is huge. But it's just a fun game. And it's going to be a game that when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that's a good game. And we need more games like that. And I'm just happy that we got one finally. Because this is a game that's worth its price tag. even though the price tag is overpriced. But if more games were like this, I'd be more willing to spend $70.